and welcome to this Let's Play in Thrones of Britannia. My name is Maddis, and today we're going to be taking a look at the faction of Mierce, the second English kingdom. They were once a great power in Britannia, but they have fallen on hard times. After the Viking invasion, they have lost large swathes of land, and the whole kingdom is now on the ropes. As we are an English kingdom, we have the Freed, a part-time soldier pledged to leave their farms and fight each year. This is limited by the amount of settlements controlled. We also have some small bonuses to our armies. On a faction level though, we have hordes, which is a series of dilemmas that depend on spending money on a specific part of your faction. We also have strong swordsmen, spears, and impressive late game cavalry.
A century ago, we held the reins of power. Other kingdoms bowed to our rule. Then came the Vikings. Their army divided us, and foreign kings ruled. We bent the knee for a time, but the great army has now been defeated, and our time has come again. West Saxa may claim to rule England, but it will not rule us. A great king can lead us back to glory and make our throne Britannia's greatest.
We start around 15 turns into the campaign, and we already have some substantial issues. At the start of the campaign, we start off in a very precarious piece, with a lot of people around us hating us. And now we have descended into all-out war on two fronts. First with the Danelaw Mercia, a collective of small Viking factions. We are winning the war decisively, but the Welsh have just decided to begin their invasion on my undefended border towns. I'm going to quickly auto-resolve this battle and march my army west to fend off the invasion before it cripples my forces. With that army defeated, I'm going to take on the warriors, so my force is still strong to face whatever power sends at me. With that decisive victory, my men have ransacked the enemy camp and taken anything of value, giving me 500 gold. This is a unique mechanic for Mercia. We're also given a breakdown of the army and general we have just slain. And after such a victory, our war fervour has risen too. I'm going to first march north and recapture the village of Walksworth. And I'm going to upgrade my settlement to give it patrols. This will expand the garrison of the settlement. I've built these in a lot of my settlements already, to ensure their protection. In the meantime, I'm going to send my other force to siege and capture the settlement of Northampton. Throwing everything I have at the walls, we are quickly able to get over the walls and break down the gate, allowing my men inside for the inevitable swift slaughter of the occupants. And with the capture of Northampton, we have taken a key strategic position to launch assaults and take back the land that is rightfully ours. For now, I'm going to put Oswald in charge of the province, because he has the trait Farmer, which means he'll grant us more food from a governed province, showing us he would be better as a governor. Now we can see his stats. He has 1 governorship and 1 zeal, proving he was an ideal candidate for the job, lowering corruption and improving public order. First, I'm going to move my forces down towards the Powys invaders, and after the turn we are sieged by a fairly large army. Now let's get stuck into the battle with Bederburg. Keeping my infantry back in the main line, I am confident with their protection, so I'm sending my cavalry out to start the engagement and cause chaos in their line. At which point I will push my infantry forward to begin the true battle. And with that done, the fight is a cacophony of screams, shouts, and bellows. A close one, but a victory nonetheless. Now we can begin the process of capturing the last of the villages, and I will be able to turn my full attention to Wales. By now, my force has arrived in Berg, to find it empty. And the invading army headed south to capture Hereford, and a turn or two later, I am upon them, and battle ensues. A vicious rampage resulting in the annihilation of the Welsh King of Powys. It's not long before another invading army seeks to venture into my lands, sacking Berg and moving back north to take Scrobblesburg. It takes a few turns, but I am on them once again. Now we're on a level playing field with similar armies, so I'm going to have to be tactful here to take my victory. Pushing my infantry into the line and keeping the vast majority of the Powisian line engaged, I'm able to push my cavalry around to take out their missile units, and then ram them from behind, causing a mass rout and signalling the end of the battle. Their pathetic attempts at expansion are dashed, with their new king dead and their final army crushed. Now the conquest of Powys can begin. By taking Oswaldstro, I can work my way south through Mathrafal and into the small villages of central Wales. In doing this, I have acquired some estates. Estates are very powerful. The more you have, the more influential you can become. But in this case, I have too many, while my nobles have too few, so their loyalty has suffered from that. So I shall give some of my newly conquested lands to my nobles, and making sure they are given out evenly, so no one man can become too powerful, and I am always going to keep one more than everyone else, to keep me on top. Once the siege of Mathrafal has begun, the new king of Powys sneaks out of his kingdom and takes Scrobblesburg once again, calling a band of men to his side. I'm going to muster a small force of my own to take care of this. Before I can go after him, he has come to me, and is quickly slain by my far superior units. I'm pushing my second army into Wales and taking what they can. From here it is a quick sweep through the last villages and Powys is mine. In the process, the kingdom of Gwynedd is forced to become my vassal, or share the same fate as Powys. The kingdom of Mierce is growing, and has become a major player on the Isles of Britannia. But will anyone stand up to my might? Only time will tell. Thrones of Britannia will be coming out on May 3rd. You can pre-order now and get 10% off at selected retailers.